Hi, music lovers. I'm Brent with Music Town, and this is another episode of Music Town Stories. Given the increased interest in CDs, wanted to take a moment to remind people the proper way to handle, store, and clean CDs. So, when it comes to handling CDs are not unlike LPs. They should be handled by the edges or from the center. You should, under no circumstances, or try to avoid, I should say, touching this area here, because that's where the music is, and those fingerprints will ultimately kind of gum things up, just like an LP. CDs should always be stored in their case, in a cool, dry place if possible. And you can store them either horizontally or vertically. And the reason I mention that is because there's a myth out there that CDs should always be stored vertically, because doing so any other way will cause them to warp. They're actually really resilient, and so warping's not really a thing you have to worry too much about. Speaking of the resiliency of a CD, that's one thing that it does differ from when it comes to an LP. A CD is actually pretty resilient. And given that, you can actually clean it and maintain it pretty easily. When you are cleaning your CD, you want to try to use a lint-free cloth. And if you just need to dust it off, just take your lint-free cloth and go from the center out in a straight line. That's a little bit different than an LP where you're supposed to go circular. With a CD, you just go straight like that. If you need to go a little bit deeper, I'd recommend using alcohol. So we have a 70% alcohol solution here that we just, spray on there. And then taking another lint-free cloth, you can kind of wipe that alcohol off, and it will, going from the center out, it will, clean off any dirt or grime. So I wanted to bust a couple of myths here. You cannot use or should not use abrasive materials on your CDs. So like when you think of toothpaste, even some dish soaps, those will actually eat away at the surface of the CD and could cause damage to the label side. So be sure you're using like an alcohol solution or just regular old water to clean them in most cases. Another myth I'd like to bust is the use of buffers. In the 90s, these were really prevalent, and those buffing mechanisms will actually remove the protective coating on your CDs. So you want to make sure to avoid those as well. Following those little tips, you can enjoy your CD for a lifetime of use.